Okay, hey guys, Anti-Figure Therapy here, and I know it's been a while since I made a video, also because I just haven't really been doing much. It's more so like I've been getting a lot of stuff, but then also like selling a lot of stuff, and then also like AX just happened, so I was busy doing that, and then yeah, so but this one kind of came out of nowhere. So this is actually a package from Games Harbor. Games Harbor is like overseas. I believe it's based in Singapore or Malaysia. They sell like those third-party resin statues of like unlicensed figures. So this one's cool because I was actually really excited about this one. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let me see where I put my knife. Let me jump over here really quick. Okay, so this is a very large box. It's very funny because it says illegal factory on it, which is adorable. I don't know why it says that. And also, when my parents brought it in, they were like, huh, illegal factory, huh? And I was like, yeah. So let's go ahead and see how it turned out. This is actually from a very popular anime right now. You might have guessed it from the top. But it is the one, the only Power from Chainsaw Man. I'm actually really excited about the anime itself. I have watched, or I guess read the first chapter of part 2, which is the high school arc, and so far it just started like magnificently. So really excited for that. All right. All right. Just as a kind of like a red flag, I guess. When I opened the box, it was actually retaped already. So someone had already opened it and then also removed the corners in there. So that's a little weird. So let's hope that there's nothing missing. It definitely feels heavy, so there's something in there. So I'm pretty happy about that. The box itself is pretty generic looking. Nothing really around it. It's all white. There's a picture of Power right here, but it's actually just a sticker. This is Chainsaw Man and Illegal Factory. Let's go ahead and pop it open. Yeah. Well, it's definitely been cut open, so that's a little suspicious. But we're just gonna run with what we have for now. This is my first time actually owning like one of these really big statues, so kind of bear with me with this one because I have no idea what to expect. So first off, peeling off the first layer. Let me just see if I can just pull all this stuff off. It's definitely one of those things where I think having straps would have been a lot more beneficial because then I could just pull everything out via the straps. Instead, they just kind of taped it, so it's kind of like funky. Yeah, there is that. Maybe for the sake of the video, I will do a cut, but I guess just to kind of see what's in here. It's basically just a bunch of foam components and a bunch of like weapons and stuff, which I believe goes on the base. So far the quality is pretty nice. It's like a bajillion weapons. Let me see if I can get all these out without breaking anything. I think I might have just broke something. Yeah, so there's like a guts looking sword here. There should be some blood weapons too, but for some reason there's just a bunch of these Spartacus looking things. Yeah, the detail is actually pretty darn nice. Let me see if it focus. Focus, yeah. Good dry brushing, nothing too like cheap looking. Let's go ahead and pull out like one of the big weapons here. Her scythe is kind of different from what the image looks like. I remember the image, it was clear red, so if I remember correctly, I think all of her blood weapons should be clear red. So that's a little bit of a we'll see how that goes. Bunch of more swords, and I believe her head is in here too, so you can kind of see the quality just from her head. What I liked about this one was that it was very close to her original design. So very clean looking. It actually looks like her, which I'm always like kind of iffy about with these third-party resin statues. So far so good actually. I think there's like just a bunch of crap on her. yeah, there's like tape on her, just some black stuff, which is from the packing material. But that's pretty nice, actually. Little metal rod. Um, the face sculpt is pretty dead on. I really like how the hair is like so swept up, and there's not a lot of like mold defects, quote unquote. Even like these smaller pieces remained intact during shipping, so that actually turned out pretty good. So here's to hoping everything else turned out pretty good. I will say right off the bat, some of the finishes don't look like the prototype, like hands down. For example, like it comes with this wing. It's a lot more organic looking than how it looked in the prototype or in the pictures. The pictures had it looking more, a little bit more like reddish. So I'll definitely have to like double check on that. But so far so cool. There's like a bunch of like hidden components. So I'm not too sure like what the heck, like just like pulling out random stuff. So here's the other wing. It reminds me of like Ripley from what's that one game, Metroid. Yeah, so I think I pulled out everything in this section. Okay, no, just like some random. All right, so now we pull out the next section, which should be the base and her body. Yeah, definitely. Alright, here's hoping that this time there's nothing missing, because that was like a nightmare, and I'm not really down for another nightmarish level of HR, or not even HR, but what is it called again? QC issues, quote unquote. Alright, so here's the main body. Pretty stellar. I've always was kind of off about like resin statues because of how like the skin texture looked, but this is actually pretty nice. I kind of wish it was a little bit more matte. It looks kind of similar to the rest of the body, so it's a little bit funky, but yeah. I think she's supposed to have a tie too, but that's not there. Let's just keep digging. Yeah, what I like is it's almost like a little mini adventure of stuff that you need to just unravel. This is definitely the base because it weighs like a ton. Like, I'm not even kidding right now. This is definitely at least a 3 or 4 pound base on its own. There's a big magnet in the middle. I think there's a number on it. So this is number 71 of 199. So it's a pretty limited quantity. So that's pretty nice. Just full on red plastic, or I guess it's like polystone or resin or something. Let's see what else. Usually like stuff like this includes like a coin or something kind of neat. It comes with sticky tack. And I believe this is the tie. So I have located the tie. So I think it wants you to stick the sticky tack on the tie, which is a little funky. I've never had a figure tell me to put sticky tack on something. Let me see what else is there. It's like an advent calendar of stuff. This is her hand. So this definitely looks pretty freaking goofy. I don't know if there was a better way to sculpt that, but yeah. I guess for reference, this was a little bit, not too pricey actually for what you get. I think it was like, after like shipping and everything, it was like 3 or 4. I think it was like $300, $350. I definitely say like around that price range, but maybe a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it was just, and you know, one of the things where I was just like, oh, you know what, I never tried it before, let's just do it. Yeah, and this is kind of how it went. Honestly though, I have no idea where the heck I'm gonna put this thing. It's kind of, everything's massive, and yeah, I think, you know, it's funny because typically these kind of releases, they come with like a coin or some like random limited edition piece that comes with it, like an artwork or something, but it seems like this one doesn't really have anything, so that's definitely interesting. This is the effect part that kind of wraps around her, so this is definitely pretty neat. There's a bunch of crap on it, protective crap though, so it's all good. I mean, so far the experience is pretty okay. Like last time I was kind of like annoyed that I had to go through this whole like jumping hoops just to get something that I was supposed to get originally with the thing, and they wanted me to pay extra shipping too, and I was like, it was kind of your fault that you didn't include it, so I'm not too sure why they were trying to like imply like, hey, maybe if you just pay us more money, we'll ship you what you were supposed to get. And it was like, I don't know if it works like that. But yeah. Okay, so that is pretty much it for that. Let's go ahead and just throw everything back on here. If anything, for the sake of the video, I'll do like a quick assembly. That way, at least you guys have a good idea of what it looks like. So that's the base. This is the big swirly bit. Sets in there nice and well. There's a magnet, but I don't really feel it magnetizing. So that's kind of a Let me see if I can lower it. These foam pieces are wonders. Honestly, I'm surprised nothing broke. So, foam is definitely the preferred medium for, expensive statues. Let me see. I don't think I'll put the tie on for now because it has that whole, like, I have to use sticky tack, which is just wonky. For sure, let me see if I can do the hands. It's not like a super snug fit. It definitely feels a little strange. It's like it could come out at any time. But let's see where that'll take us. I have no idea where to peg this. Also, there's like a big skin-colored lesion coming out of her leg, or her foot. Let's hope that gets covered up by something in here. Actually, let me see if I can just find the proper slot. By the way, this came with 0 instructions. I'm pretty sure this is like one of those things that would just not fly on a normal figure company. Not too sure. Okay, so that is that. So definitely pretty large. I'm pretty sure it's kind of hard to see right here, so let's go ahead and tilt it up a little bit. There we go. And then she has her wings, which I have no idea where her wings go. There's like 0 pegs. I feel like this is like a hide and seek of pegs. Okay, well, the wing thing is probably gonna have to wait. I have no idea where it goes. Like, there's no registration. Alright, I guess I'll just throw the head on. Alright, just for the sake of making this short, let me just throw her. I have no idea how her hair goes. Okay, let me just try this instead. All confusion aside, she definitely looks like a banger. She leans a little too far forward, which I'm kind of scared about, so maybe that sticky tack is a good thing. Also, her hand kind of bumps into her head, so it's a little too close for comfort. And then here is her classic stick that she uses. I guess it goes something like that. Yeah, I think I'll definitely have to look into it a little bit more. I think all these sword parts just plug into here, like in different places. So I gotta find the registration for that. These, I have no idea where the heck these go. I feel like I'm missing something. But I will try my luck. That's so strange. Like, I really forget how this looks. There should be like. Actually, does it peg into the base? Actually, I think it does peg into the base. I remember seeing it, like... Okay, I think, if memory serves me correctly, it seems like she's kind of just, like, killing a demon, and that's probably, like, what the heck these are. Because I found one of the registrations, but... I definitely think that the magnet needs to be stronger, because you can kind of see her already teetering. There's definitely some weird stuff going on there. But I think blue tack... we'll fix that. I mean, it's not really like a super big deal, but I mean, at this figure, like this amount of quality, you kind of expect a certain, hey, this should be a little better. But of course, this is unlicensed, so they can do whatever the heck they want. It's kind of like the goal. But yeah. In terms of quality, I would say it's definitely close to like the E-Stream, like that kind of thing, where you have a really big elaborate base, with a very simple pose and then questionable design choices. Um, yeah, so like we recently like checked out some Eastream figures, and they were a little strange in how they were packaged and just all sorts of stuff in like in general. So Eastream is definitely a company where it's like you definitely want to make sure that you kind of don't get it shipped because it's more liable to break and if anything. All right, well, I'm just gonna cut the video right here. You guys kind of get the point. That is one big girl. Yeah, so she is big and absolutely beautiful looking, though. Let's go ahead and check out some of the parts. Yeah, definitely a super crazy nice pose. I'm a little, I don't know how to feel about the scythe. I think if they included a like a blood red version instead of this goofy color, I think that'd be a lot more interesting. Yeah, the details are all there for sure. I like how she has like a little cat on her underwear, and then also I kind of wish that she came with like an alternate body at least. That way it kind of matches. But there's definitely some things that are like tenets of like usually like these large scale statues. But she is missing a couple. But I would say it's nothing too like oh no, because definitely like what sells it is the hair. Like that kind of pose with the hair is definitely something awesome, and I think the shading's all there. It's definitely feeling like a pretty good pose, and the PVC or it's almost like PVC quality, I guess. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little long because I kind of just had to double check everything. But yeah, so I'll see you guys at maybe I'll do this as a review. Who knows? All right, later.